Well, we're going to get going here. Keep eating. Everyone can... Hello? Gavin? Again, want to welcome everyone here. You can continue to eat. We got plenty of bundt cake and Italian sodas still. We want to recognize up here, we have Tyler and Alex's parents, Kevin and Kaneen. Kevin and Kaneen. Then my wife, Julie. So we're the Reeses and pals. We'd like to welcome everybody and everybody associated with both families and all their friends that I know they have here that have come to see them. And so with that, we kind of like to start off, have a little program. And the first person we'd like to have come up, and I'll need my glass, I think it's Alex's good friend. Now, Tyler's put this together, and I'm going to just MC it like I used to do on the strip. So we'd like to hear from one of Alex's good friends, Caitlin McGrath. Caitlin, where are you? Caitlin. She's going to do a solo. No? Let's hear it for Caitlin.
All right. Well, I met Alex on my mission, so I still call her Powell, and she still calls me McGrath. So, sorry, but that's what we go by each other for or whatever. So, she'll always be Powell to me, even after she marries Tyler. So, like I just said, I met Powell while serving on our missions. She was in New York City waiting for her visa, and that's where I got called to serve. And we met there. We lived together there for about a transfer, and then she went to Brazil. And then we both moved up here to Provo after our missions and met up a few months after I moved here, and we've been best friends ever since. And so just really quick, one thing from our mission in New York City was like one of our themes was forever changed. And as I was thinking about what to say about Powell tonight, I was thinking how we've sometimes said to each other that, you know, I'm so grateful that you got called to New York City, she came to New York City even just to meet me. And I know that's probably a little bit selfish of me, but I am so grateful that she got to be there, and she has forever changed my life. She's become one of my very best friends. I love her so much. She is a great example of charity and helping other people. She loves everyone, and she wants to make a difference in the world. She has truly forever changed me, and I'm so grateful for her. And I have grown to love Tyler, too. He's so great to her and loves her so much, and I couldn't be happier for them. Love you guys.
Thank you, McGrath. I got that right? Okay. So, on the other side, one of Tyler's good friends, and we've known little Chase for a long time. So, come on up here, Chase Cottle. Don't be so nice, though.
I had to bring some props with me here, and you'll see why here in a second. Tyler and I have known each other for a long, long time, but there comes a point, there comes a point in everyone's life, here? Okay. There comes a point in everyone's life when they meet their one true love, their soulmate, the person that's going to know and love them forever. And that moment came for Tyler 12 years ago when he met me. In all reality, though, Tyler and I have been really, really good friends for a long time. I think I've known Tyler longer than I haven't known him in my life, like 12 years now, or something like that. And he's been a really important person in my life to me. And we've had a lot of fun times together and done a lot of interesting things. And it all started about 12 years ago. We were at a party together, and I was talking with some friends, and I had that feeling that someone's staring at you. I don't know if you ever had that before, but you know someone's looking at you, and you don't know who it is. And I was looking around the room trying to find who it was, and I couldn't see anyone, and then I made accidental eye contact with someone, and it was with a guy, of all people. And then he starts approaching me, and I'm like, who is this guy? He walks over, and I immediately say to him, dude, why were you staring at me? And he said, I don't know, man. It seems like you've just got it all figured out. And I was like, that's a little bit weird, but maybe we should be best friends. And since then, we've been really good friends. Now, that story may or may not be true, and it may be different every time Tyler and I tell it. But I don't actually remember how we met, but that's what we tell people. I think being a best friend really comes down to being a wingman, and Tyler and I have had lots of experiences about that. One such time after our missions, which, by the way, our birthdays, we were destined to be best friends. Our birthdays are 6 days apart. We received our mission calls a week apart, entered the MTC a week apart from each other, rode each other our whole missions, and then came home 2 weeks from each other and spent probably every moment after that together. And some people consider that a bromance, I guess. I say best friends, they say bromance, you can call it whatever you want. But we went on a double date once, and I was interested in this girl, and Tyler came along to help me out, as a good friend and wingman does. And we went to this thing in Salt Lake, and we were driving back, and this girl that I was interested in knew Tyler and I really well. And she said, you two are just like a gay couple. Like, you have such a bromance going on. And I immediately said, no, we're not. Like, we're just best friends. And I said, in fact, we even have a contract, a best friend contract. And she said, no, you don't. And Tyler backed me up immediately. Yeah, of course we do. We have like a girlfriend clause in there, and we have all these things in it. So it didn't exist, clearly. We made it up on the spot. And we convinced them that we hadn't. We'd send it to them when we got home. So we got home, we went to work, and we'd been watching Suits a lot, which is a show about lawyers. And Tyler drafted up a contract for us that we put together. So I thought it only fitting that I bring the contract and read it for you to give you a little bit of background about this. This is compliments of Tyler mostly. I helped a little bit. Best friend contract agreement between Chase Alexander Cottle, that's me, and Joseph Tyler Reese. Definition: Chase, previously mentioned, and Tyler, previously mentioned, are considered best friends, which includes, but is not limited to, being each other's wingmen, counseling in all matters of interest for the other, giving quality advice, accompanying other to public events, talking the other up to females when said other is not present, enjoying Suits, Seinfeld, and other great shows together, playing ping pong, tennis, frisbee golf, and other recreational activities together, weekly meals together, and being groomsmen in each other's wedding, etc. The back clause. Aforementioned persons are to be loyal to one another in all formal matters, as they are considered best friends. There will be no backstabbing, backbiting, or anything with back, except it be back massages. Sarcasm is encouraged, honesty is required, or the contract is broken. The usual clause. In all former wagers, the usual will be considered a 24-ounce smoothie of the winner's choice from Roxbury. In any competitive event, one party may wager the usual, and the other can choose to accept or deny said wager. The winner may choose a different venue of smoothies if he so chooses, but the price may not exceed $6. The usual is subject to change only after unanimous vote from both aforementioned parties. Now, I think it's important to note here, Tyler clearly just learned the word aforementioned because he used it like 3 times. For example, the girlfriend clause. Aforementioned persons have the right to vocally express all feelings and or concerns concerning the females whom the other dates. At any moment in time, one may have a girlfriend unless the other has reasonable evidence why that wouldn't be good for his best friend. Each has the right to express concerns about the other's girlfriend at any moment before marriage. When best friends have a previous engagement and the girlfriend wants to do something, one may cancel previous engagement with the consent from the other. Another option includes inviting the girlfriend to the engagement, with permission, of course. If one cancels on a previous engagement, If one cancels on a previous engagement, the other may veto cancellation if he can provide reasonable evidence for why the other must still attend the event. While one has a girlfriend, he must still spend quality time with the other each week, i.e. lunch, movie, dinner, tennis, etc. One must consult with the other before proposing to his girlfriend, which Tyler did. At any moment, one may call for an intervention if the other is out of his mind crazy and doesn't want to listen to reason and logic. In the intervention, there may be only family members from the Reeses and or Coddles. As previously mentioned, best friends must be groomsmen in the other's wedding. This is the important one for you, Alex. The wife clause. Tomorrow, not yet. Once married, the wife now takes the principal role of best friend and holds executive powers in all matters. Tyler wrote those words. Remember that. Wingman, aka me, retains the rights to all things pertaining to manliness, sports, cars, chopping wood, etc. Wife gains control of all final decisions to when one may be with Wingman. Decisions between wife and Wingman are always given to wife. Wingman may publicly hang out with newly married couple for the duration of 1 year without being married. And must be married in order to publicly hang out after said year is completed. So the clock starts tomorrow for me. Well, I know. Well, you've been so busy with Alex, you haven't had a wingman lately. Wingman reserves rights to enjoy TV shows, play tennis and golf. We clearly like tennis at the time. Work out, make money with each other on a regular basis. Wives of Wingman must become best friends. So you have to be best friend with my wife. And the closing paragraph. Best friends must be willing to give their all in order to have the relationship flourish. Any breach in this contract nullifies the agreement, and the hurt party will receive one dinner, complement of the other, at the restaurant of his choice. This contract is subject to change pending a unanimous vote from both aforementioned parties. Signed, Chase Alexander Cottle and Joseph Tyler Reese. So I think we actually did pretty good about keeping our contract until you met Alex, then we stopped hanging out as much. And that's how I knew it was getting serious. But this type of thing was pretty normal for us. And I was preparing some stuff this morning, and I was looking through some of my emails, because Tyler and I used to email back and forth a bunch. I don't know why. Like, we could have texted, but we thought it was cool to email with each other. So we'd email back and forth, and I found a gem of an email that I have to read to you this morning. Tyler sent me 6 talking points that I could share on our upcoming date about him to his date. I don't know if he remembers this, but I hope I can embarrass him a little bit. Dated November 15th, 2011. From Tyler Reese to Chase Cottle. Sorry. Okay, so on the date, try and work these talking points into the conversation. We don't want to be overbearing, though. Just so she's like, wow, Tyler's really funny, attractive, nice, and charming. I don't feel like that's too much, really. Talking points. Number 1, Tyler plays guitar. Don't say it to make me play it, but so she knows, because girls love that stuff. Plus, Mikey has a guitar, so it'll probably be easy to bring into the conversation. I don't remember what we were doing. There's been more than one occasion that we've purposely set guitars up so Tyler could show his skills off. Number 2, Tyler is very funny. Basically, we just need to act normal and this will be accomplished, because let's face it, we're a lot funny, and we're a lot good at grammar, too. Number 3, Tyler is a sweetheart. So make sure I give her lots of genuine compliments. I do this anyways, but let's keep an eye out for it. Number 4, put her in an awkward situation. This doesn't include anything about me liking her, but we need to see if she gets flustered or can handle it. So Tyler used to wait. We'd be eating dinner somewhere, and he'd wait until they take like a big mouthful of food, and then he'd ask them some serious question, just to see what would happen to them and see how they respond. It was hilarious. Number 5, there's only 2 more, don't worry. Number 5, Tyler's going to speak Spanish. Maybe bringing up how we're excited to learn Spanish so we can speak in code. This was right before our missions. And number 6, Tyler's very attractive. Basically, we just need to find out if she finds me attractive without asking her straight up. But let's be honest, how couldn't she? Closing notes here. These are talking points, so start working on it. The points are subject to change, so be flexible. If we play our cards right, this could be very successful. Cordially yours, Tyler Reese, aka Wingman, aka Best Friend. So I'm extremely grateful for Tyler as a friend. He's always been there for me. We've had a lot of fun times together, and I don't plan on that stopping. And he's always been there. He's always one of the first people I call when I'm excited about something or I need to talk about something. And I couldn't think of a better choice for you, Alex, to have chosen. I've seen Tyler really happy, and I've seen him really sad, and I've seen him in everything in between. And I haven't seen him this happy, consistently and joyful since he met Alex. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the wedding tomorrow. I congratulate you and love you both.
Thanks, Chase. Real quick, I wanted to recognize real fast, we have a couple grandparents in the room. I know from Grandpa Clark, is that correct? And Grandpa Willard, I'm just going to say first name, pal, but and Grandpa and Grandma Reese? Joe and Joyce? Any other grandparents in the room? I didn't see Tidwell's. Great-grandparents here? Okay. With that, Alex has a special musical number from her Uncle Mark. Did Uncle Mark know he was doing it? Do you need a guitar? No. Okay, just checking. Because we might have one standing up here somewhere. You want to use a mic or?
But this is going to be class participation. So we're going to have Mackenzie and Brady come up here and help me out with this song.
Put a video next, so we're just.
How many here went to primary? Everybody here go to primary? Okay, we're going to sing the first verse of and these guys are going to do the actions. That was on. And everybody has to sing with me. I'm not going to sing by myself. I looked out the window and what did I see? Popcorn popping in the apricot tree. Spring has brought me such a nice surprise. Blossoms popping on my eyes. An armful and make a treat. A popcorn ball that would smell so sweet. It wasn't really so, but it seemed to me. Popcorn popping on the apricot tree. Give them a hand. Aren't they awesome? They can't leave because the next part we're going to see if they really will participate. Okay. I looked out the window and what did I see? Kevin and Kenny necking neath the Nolia tree. Shy. Winter had brought them such a nice surprise. Miss Mackenzie with a Southern Belle smile. Then along came Alex and Sydney too. Sweet little twins learning how to spell with poo. It really was so, and we're here to see little Miss Alex and Mr. Tyler Laui.
Well, all right, you all want to come up together here. We're going to invite right now Alex's family, Braden, Mackenzie, Sydney. I think yep, all the siblings. So come on up and do your worst or best. Mackenzie.
Yes. Well, I'm Mackenzie. I am Alex's oldest sister. This is why I didn't want to do this. You think when you're already married, that's going to be really easy for your sister to get married, but it still feels weird. But Alex and Sydney, ever since my mom and dad brought them home from the hospital, have been my babies. And, sorry. I have my own baby now, and it's interesting because I find that my relationship with Sydney and Alex, the way I view them, is not so different than the way I view my own baby. I think Sydney and Alex, and this is about Alex, but they kind of come together, are the most wonderful things that have ever hit this earth. Alex in particular is the most kind, loving, and determined. Alex, when she was a little girl, decided she was going to do headstands. And it was probably because I told her she would never be able to beat me in a headstand. And so she practiced every day until she could not only do a headstand, but she could stand on her head for 10 minutes. We have pictures of her head, her face just beet red because of all of the blood rushing to her head. And she's always been like that. When Alex decides to do something, she does it all the way. She is definitely the most spiritual person I know. She has a testimony that just she was born with, and it just comes so naturally to her. She knows who she is, and I think that's why she's so beautiful. She's obviously beautiful because she's just stunning, but she knows exactly who she is, and it just shows. And the way she treats everybody, the way she spends her time. Alex has spent the last, I don't know how long you've been in college, but ever since she's been in college, she has spent every summer dedicated to teaching the youth about their relationship with Heavenly Father. She's went on a mission where she served full time, just talking to people about God. And that's just who she is. She'll give a Book of Mormon to anybody on the flight. I don't even like to sit by her on the plane because it's so awkward, but that's just who she is. She's always been that way, and she's just a special spirit. Now, Tyler, I think you are just the luckiest man there ever was to land Alex. Now, you'll probably never get a home-cooked meal, and if you do, it probably won't be very good. And you'll probably spend your entire life looking for her keys, fixing her broken phone, and all the above. But you are so lucky, and I love you so much, Alex. You will always be my baby, even if it drives you nuts. And I love you too, Tyler.
So, Mackenzie said I could either say a bunch of nice stuff or whatever about Alex, or I could tell a story about the time that she found a live mouse in her pants. I'm going to do the first one, but if you guys want to hear the second one, just give me lots of applause after, and I'll know to dive right in. But there's a few things I want to say about Alex that apply to Sydney and Mackenzie and Kevin and Keneen as well. I was the first boy, I think, to come into this. To come into this family officially by marriage, and I think it was difficult. I know that Kevin and Keneen love their daughters very much, and they're very special to them. But they have always treated me with love and respect. And then the most generous people you've ever met, unless you've met Willard, Kevin's dad, and Anita, his mom. But Alex has all of those traits, and what's more is, like Mackenzie said, she is very passionate. Some would say headstrong, but I think it's a great thing. So Tyler, if you just do whatever she says, like, you'll be fine. And some say, you got to stand up in your marriage. I'm like, those guys are dead. Those guys who say that, they're dead or on their way. So just do whatever she says and you'll be good. I've never seen Alex back down from anything. She will set her mind to something and it will just get done. When she sets her mind to a passion of hers, she makes wonderful things happen. Alex is also one of the most loving people you've ever met. We just had a daughter a couple years ago, and to see Alex and Sydney with her is wonderful. She will be an amazing mother. She cares for people, and she loves them unconditionally. The other thing that, what was it? One more thing about Alex. She's passionate, she's loving, and she's loyal. That's what it was. The Powells are the most loyal people you will ever meet. Once you join their family, and even if you're not in their family, if you're someone on the street, they will go out of your way to help you, to make you feel comfortable, and to treat you like you should be treated. And that's exactly what Alex does. And Tyler, I'm sure I'm going to have great stuff to know about you. I just don't know you that well. But you must be awesome if Alex picked you. So you're great too. But we love you so much, and we know that you are going to have a great marriage and do wonderful things. So, congratulations.
So, I'm Sydney. I almost said I'm Alex. That would have been weird. So the poop thing, me and Alex, so we're twins. We used to grab our poop from our diapers and paint the wall. Not that you needed to know that while you're eating Costa Vida, but you're welcome. So I wrote this really nice speech on my phone, and then my phone died. Story of my life. So I'm just gonna wing it, guys. And I might ramble, and I might say weird things, but just go with it, okay? So I was joking with Mackenzie and Braden earlier about reading the Webster Dictionary to you guys. I'm gonna do that right now for some reason. So in the Webster Dictionary, twins is two offspring produced at birth, which is weird. It kind of reminds me of Snickers. You accidentally get two Snickers in a package, and it's wham, surprise. And it's kind of lame definition. So I'm gonna give you guys my own definition of twins. By the way, Noah Webster, he had 4 siblings and 8 children, and none of them were twins, and that's why that was a lame definition. Did not know what a twin was. So, my first part of my definition of a twin is a friend. And Alex is the very first friend I've ever had. She's the only friend I have, really. But she's a really good friend. That's all I got about that. But Tyler, you're really lucky that you get Alex Powell, always gonna be Powell, as a friend. Once she decides to have a friend, she's always your friend. And I know Tyler better than Mackenzie and Braden and Mackenzie. He's a really good friend too. And Alex is so lucky to have Tyler as a friend. The second part of my definition of a twin is something really great. So a twin is someone that you want to strive to be like. In 6th grade, I wore pants like this. I always had a constant wedgie. You can't tell in this dress, but I'm sure it's still happening. And I slicked back my hair, and I zipped the size of Mount Everest and had Harry Potter glasses. I was gorgeous. But Alex, she didn't go through this awkward stage of life. She just always looked beautiful. And my parents were always like, why don't you try to dress more like Alex? Or like look more like Alex? And I always tried, but the zits kind of made it hard. Like, part of the problem is I didn't shower, and she was very clean. She showered like 6 times a day, still does that. I was trying to save the water in our house, to be honest. But also, I wanted to be like Alex. Like Brady and Mackenzie was saying, Alex was just the best person. And I think a twin should always strive to be like the person. And Tyler, Alex is a very great person to strive to be like. She's definitely, no, I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm thinking. But Alex, also, Tyler is a wonderful person to strive to be like too. If you guys don't know Tyler, Tyler's one of the most giving people. He'd always show up with sour cream, like a dog or a cat, to our doorway and like leave it and then walk away. We always knew when Tyler was at our doorway because he left things. So Alex, if you strive to be like Tyler, I will finally get a birthday present. So try to be like Tyler. You're welcome, everyone.
Thanks, Mackenzie, Braden, and Sydney. Now help us welcome up here Tyler's siblings, Jordan, Mikey, Madison, Brady, Randy, and Parker. Ina.
Come on up here, Mikey. You've been in the family almost as long as he has. So, I'm Brady. I'm Tyler's brother. Brady, that's B-R-A-D-Y, not Braden, not short for anything, just Brady. So, Alex, we kind of got together as a family and wanted to give you some piece of advice on marrying Tyler. We know you know him pretty well, but there's some things that as siblings you might not know about him just yet. Now, for me, I don't have a piece of advice exactly, but I have a gift for you. It's an IOU. It never expires. Unless you lose it, then, never happened. I owe you because you're finally taking them off my hands. Like, I don't expect phone calls anymore at 11 p.m. saying, Bray, let's go get food. And I'm like, Ty, I'm really tired. You've changed, Brady. Now you've changed how you're getting married. So yeah, use that whenever you like.
Okay, I'm Jordan. I'm Tyler's older sister. And my piece of advice for Alex is, it's kind of an odd piece of advice for a newly married man, but don't go to any home decor or furniture stores alone, because Tyler will be very upset with you for not including him in all of the design process throughout the whole house, because it's one of his favorite things to do. And he's actually pretty good at it. He gets it from my dad, but he will be bummed if he's not involved in all of that fun stuff that you think you get to do as a new bride. So.
I'm Madison, and my piece of advice is that you probably already know, but Tyler loves to sleep. So you are probably going to need to be his alarm clock in the morning, help him get up, help him get going. And if you ever take a long road trip, know that you need to stay awake because he's not always awake behind the wheel.
I'm Randy. So my piece of advice, if Tyler ever says, let's just run to the mall, I need to go get one thing, just know you'll be in 12 stores, be there for at least 3 hours because he just cannot get out of there fast enough. So, yeah.
I'm Parker. My piece of advice to Alex is to always keep a Febreze on her because Tyler's, wherever he is, he'll rip it. Even when people are around, and it's not good.
So I'm just going to say, so that was all our piece of advice for Alex. Okay. Tyler is the most loving person that you'll ever meet. And he, we've always known and joked about he is going to be the best husband anyone could get, because he has this big heart that he wants to give everything to his spouse, and he knows the covenants that he's going to make tomorrow with Alex, and he will always live them. And it's just a quality that I've always admired in Tyler, and I am so grateful that he found Alex. And like Chase said, we've never seen him happier, and they make a great couple, and I know that they will always love each other, and I just think that they're lucky to have found each other, and we love you.
Thank you, kids. We'd like to turn a little time over to Alex's parents, Kevin and Kaneen, if you'd like. Just do whatever you say.
Thanks, Brad. And thanks, everybody, for coming out and enjoying this wonderful time that we have with Alex and Tyler. Watching my daughters grow up, it's just an incredible. Kaneen and I have had a wonderful journey with Alex, watching her grow up. I brought a picture, and you all won't be able to see it, but I wanted Tyler to see it. And I'll try to show you. This is Alex 25 years ago. And some of you were there. Several of you came to see Alex when she was born. She was just under 3 pounds. And my finger, that's my finger right next to her leg. She was the smallest thing, except for Sydney, who was about 2 pounds. And watching them in those incubators, the struggle, the terror. I was like 21 years old, and the absolute terror, wondering how are they going to make it through life. And I hand, Alex's strength, and what you've heard is Alex's strength, and you've heard her siblings describe that. The strength that she has, watching her come from that little amazing, born 10 weeks early. I saw her grow into such an amazing young woman. And I don't know when it happened. I know about a year ago, there were these rumblings about Alex having some boy that was showing up at the door and dropping off sour cream. And I said, anybody who knows Alex's love for sour cream, they know how to get to her heart. Keep a lot of sour cream and mashed potatoes around the house. But Alex was slow to reveal to me that she had a serious boyfriend. And then I heard that there was somebody that was coming to our house for the holiday and was going to come visit. And I was very wary of any boys coming into my home. And then I realized, she's a young woman, and so this is a young man coming into my home. And I had to admit to myself that my little baby had grown up. And she is amazing. And you two will have a wonderful life together. And we hand over to you such an amazing person to have your journey with. And I hope you all will join with me in congratulating them. And we welcome you into our family. I'm so proud of you both. Anything?
I'm Alex's mom. And today's a kind of a bittersweet day for me because Alex and Sydney are separating for the first time and before they were even born. And so I'm so excited for Alex, but I'm so worried for my Sid. so I just want all three of my daughters to know how much I love them. And Alex, I'm so excited for you. And Tyler, you're wonderful. We're so glad you're coming into our family.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, go ahead. Nope. Well, I didn't want to say anything, but just wanted, I guess I'm short. I need to stand up. We just want to thank all of you for coming. It's the Brad Reese disease. I don't cry near as much as him, but I still cry. We just want you all to know that we love you. And I know that each one of you here have made each of these two people, a young man and young woman, into who they become. I was thinking about, as I was watching everyone come in and visiting with some of you, the impact that you've had on our lives. And that's what really life's all about, is times like this. It's our friendships and our relationships that mean the most to us. And that's what we take with us when we're gone. So I just want you all to know thank you, and we love you all. And we're so thankful to have Alex in our family, or starting tomorrow. Tyler is a great guy. I don't have any favorites, but Tyler's just... I don't have favorites. That came out really wrong. I don't have favorites. But each one of my children have different characteristics and qualities. And Tyler has just been that happy-go-lucky, fun-loving kind of guy always. He's just, very rarely have we ever seen him unhappy or in a bad mood, and he's always happy. He really is always willing to serve. That's one of his gifts. And when he met Alex, he's gone out on a lot of dates, hasn't really had any serious girlfriends, but had gone on a lot of dates. And when he went out with Alex, after a couple times, I knew that there was something different. And we went to California last year, and as I drove home with him, and he proceeded to tell me all about Alex. And at first I'm thinking it's just a girl he's gone out with a few times, not a big deal. But as we had that road trip, I realized that it was a big deal. And he was in love with her. And it was so cool to see him talk about her. And she definitely brings out the best in him. And that, I think, says it all. If you can find someone that brings out the best in you, and they definitely have in each other. So welcome to the family.
Well, I think we're about done. I'm just glad Tyler survived to be this old. He's been in a couple Flight for Lifes here, and if you didn't know, when he was 7, don't let him in a Ford truck, because he wrecked Grandpa's when he was 7, took it for a drive, and they Flight for Life him. Then when he was 15, Hells, remember that, and a few of us, Roses and our good friends here helped him make sure he get to the hospital and to survive to meet Alex. Now, and as Julie mentioned, he got off his mission and he went on a date I've not known anybody who went on that many dates. He said, I want to get married, and he'd go on a date after date. How many this week? 3 or 4? And I go, 3 or, wow. Chase, Gavin. Okay. So on and on. I thought, wow. And then it just, find one yet? No. How many dates you been on this week? 4? Just keep going. And then all of a sudden, Alex. Wham. How many this week? Just with Alex. He found the right one. And I think that's the special part. And I think with Tyler, when he goes on a mission, he's committed. The one thing you don't want to say to Tyler is that he can't do anything. In the big games, we do a lot of baseball, and in the big games, he wanted to be the one that got up to bat. He wanted to be the one that took the mound. He wanted the one that had the ball hit to him, because he wanted to make a difference. You can't tell him that he can't do anything. He will go to the ends of the earth to make it happen. I just want to had always been someone that we could always count on, and then know that he was committed to his Heavenly Father, and that he'd always choose the right. And I know Alex is somebody that's very special like that too, that's the same commitment, and will always choose the right. And as we've got to know her, and I think that's the most important part of tomorrow, as you make that special covenant, that is, as you kneel across the altar, that will be the thing, is you always choose the right. And we are so excited to have you in the family, Alex, and that you have the patience to be with him. And because we know, some of us know, when you're around Tyler, he'll keep driving. And one little story I have to tell, it's one of my favorites, though. I used to always say when we do baseball, I said, son, always say a prayer before you get to bat. And always, when you take the field, when I would play, I'd say, Heavenly Father, help him hit it to me and help me not to strike out. I'd say silent prayers like this. Well, he's a little kid. He's probably 9 years old, 8 or 9, and I'm the coach. And all of a sudden, Tyler's in the batter's circle, and he's kneeling down. He's kneeling down the batter's circle with his arms folded. And I remember I'd run him to him, no, get up. Just do it in silence, just Heavenly Father, you got the bat on your shoulder and eyes closed or something. But that's the person that Tyler is. And I do have favorites. Sorry, Tyler, but I do have Where'd Brady go? Where did he go? That's the one thing about Tyler, too, is he always likes to be where the action is. When he would get in trouble, we'd say, go to your room. You can't play for a week. I'm so sorry. Brady, our other son, we'd say, if you do that again, you got to go out and play. And that's the difference in the two. Tyler always wanted to be in the action, where the fun was, where the fun-loving, and so just remember that. If you want to punish him, tell him he can't play, okay? And you'll have that. So once again, we love you all. We love all of you for being here. Before we kind of want to wrap this up, but before we do, just want to turn a little bit of time over to Tyler, because he has a special thing that he has prepared for Alex. There's my special boy. With his guitar. He has a guitar.
Okay, so this is your fault, Dad, that I'm like this. But I love you. So I'm not very musically talented. So that's why I would always say to Chase, make sure there's not a guitar there, but tell him that I play guitar. And Chase knows this. In high school, I grew up playing piano. My mom made us take piano lessons, and when I was 12, she's like, you have to learn an instrument, and I hated piano. So I'll learn guitar. And it would always bother me because I have musically talented siblings, but I'm not one of them. So we'd go to guitar lessons, Brady and I'd practice all week, and I'd struggle. And Brady would not practice at all, and we'd get to the lesson, and he could do it all perfect, and I'm like, can't get the chords right. So it was always a frustration. But that being said, I learned a couple songs in high school, on the piano, just to play them in front of girls. And then they'd be like, "Oh, play more." "Oh, no, I don't want to." But the truth was, I only knew those 3 songs. So that was how it was. But I wanted to surprise you. Alex knows I'm a big gesture guy. I do a lot of big gestures. So this song's for you. But I'm not going to sing it because I'm not good at it. So Madison's going to sing it. Make sure I get this right.
He really has been practicing.
I'm nervous right now.
stranger's plan. Just this time, a stranger's hand clutched in mine. I'll take this chance, so call me blind. I've been waiting all my life. Please don't scar this young heart. Just take my hand. I was made for loving you. Even though we may be hopeless, hearts just passing through. Every bone screaming, I don't know what we should do. All I know is, darling, I was made for loving you.
Sorry, this is hard for me. Hold me close. Hold me close through the night. Don't let me go. It'll be alright. Touch my soul and hold it tight. I've been waiting all my life. I'll scar your young heart. Just take my hand. 'Cause
I was made for loving you. Even though we may be hopeless, hearts just passing through. Every bone screaming, I don't know what we should do. All I know is, darling, I was made for loving you. Please don't go. I've been waiting so long. Oh, you don't even know me at all. But I was made for loving you. I was made for loving you. Even though we may be hopeless, hearts just passing through. Every bone screaming, I don't know what we should do. All I know is, darling,
I was made for love. So, thank you all for coming. Sorry it was a little long-winded, but appreciate you all being here. It's really your fault, Dad, that I'm like this. But I do appreciate you all being here, at least all the people that are here from my side. You're here because you've impacted my life in a positive way. I'm so grateful for that, so thank you. And I'll let Alex.
Okay, sorry, I wrote something. I'm, like Tyler said, he's really good at like big gestures, and I'm horrible. I worked at EFY this summer, and I would literally forget to talk to Tyler throughout the day. So it'd be midnight, and Tyler would be like, well, I hope you had a good day. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. but I really do love him. And so I wrote down 10 reasons why I love Tyler. Because every time someone, they learn that I'm engaged, they'll be like, why do you love Tyler? And so I wrote down 10 reasons why I love him. Number 10, you're rocking bod. Yeah, but number 9, I really do love his smile and his face. And his laugh. So, I don't know, he makes me smile more than anyone. And there's no one that I laugh more with. So, okay, number 8. Okay, how chill you can be. So, I'm a bad talker. I'm really bad at it sometimes. So I'll just be quiet for 10 minutes straight and he'll just be chill with me. So it's good. So I really appreciate that about him. But the next one is that you can laugh with me. Like they were saying, I'm the most forgetful person that there ever was. So I don't know what happened the other day. I lost something and we were just laughing about it. I don't even remember what it was, but we just laugh all the time. And when I was starting to date, I don't know, when one of my attributes that I really wanted in someone was someone that I could laugh with, because I love laughing, and someone I can talk with. So, thanks. Number 6, I love that we can be random together. So, I'm kind of a random person too, and the other day, he said that I had to plan what we were doing, which I'm bad at. And so we went to the dollar store, and I saw dollar kites. And I was like, oh, perfect, we can go fly kites. And there was no wind. So he ran around with the kite for me. So I love our random moments. Number 5, I love how much you love me. Tyler loves me a lot. Like they were saying, Tyler would just show up at my door and just have stuff for me. Or one time he had this list of riddles for me to solve, and I hate riddles. So, but he loves riddles. So. But sorry, I know that he would do anything for me. And I just love that about Tyler. Number 4, your faith in God. That's really important. It should be number 1 probably. But Tyler, he listens to the scriptures while he's in his car. He always goes to church. He magnifies his callings. And that's something I really wanted in a husband. So thank you. And so number 3 is how much he loves his family. He loves his family so much. When our second date, we went and had brownies with Jordan and Mikey at their house. He invited me, I didn't go with him, but he invited me to go to the open house to the temple with his family. He coaches his brother's baseball team. He is so family oriented, and the most important thing to me is my family. And so I'm so thankful that that's his most important thing too, because it's my most important thing. And that's what I want my children to know, is that their dad loves them. And I always want them to know that he loves me, and I know that he will always do that. 2, he's very diligent. I know that he will succeed at anything he puts his mind to. Like I said, I didn't mean to be, it wasn't planned, but he would just I wouldn't do things with him at the very beginning, and then he would just show up at my door, and he'd be like, have you eaten dinner yet? And I couldn't lie, so I'd say.
Okay, I might need a. What happened was I was really into her, and she wasn't very into me, and so I would and I would call her or text her, or see if I'd try to make a date with her. And she never would. She would say yes, and then something would come up. And so it got to the point where I was like, if I'm going to go out with this girl, which I really liked her, I'm just going to start showing up and making her, just she has to say yes. So that's I would just show up, it's hard to say no to someone when they're on the doorstep. And so I'm like, hey, have you eaten dinner yet?
It worked, obviously. Plus the sour cream. So. And then lastly, I just love you. Honestly, everything about you. So yeah, that's my little small act of doing something. But I really do love Tyler. And again, thank you guys for all coming. It means so much to us. So thank you.
So, thanks. Yeah.
On behalf of Tyler and Alex, this is the night, I guess, as a family and close friends that we're here to celebrate this. Tomorrow night they'll be everybody there at the reception and pictures and a lot of other people there. But this is a special time that I know they wanted to have you here to celebrate this special time in their life and the commitment as they begin a new life together. And we say goodbye. Well, no, it was a good riddance, Tyler. House will smell better now, but no. But we thank you all for being here. Can mingle. We got some more Italian sodas and stuff there, and then tomorrow, if you're at the temple, don't be late. They're getting married without you if you're not there, okay? And then we'll see you all at the reception. So thank you, everyone.